there's no inverter, battery and all this jhanjat is not there. Directly when the sun is there, we can pull out water. We have more than 100 varieties of forest trees. I'll show a few of them. This place must be a repository of seeds of forest trees. I haven't planted a single one. I have not even brought any seeds, which means basically these have come from birds. The seed dispersal happened from birds. In this dryland area, termites do the job of earthworm. All this is for home consumption. We have not done anything commercial here, so it's not that I sell things. Of course, if I have excess, I share it with my friends or relatives and other people who come to help me in the land to work. So this is one more of our tanks. We have a couple of them we have seen there. So this is one more ferrocement technology, water tank built using ferrocement technology.
What is the capacity of it?
This is about 18,000 liters.
18,000 liters?
18,000 liters.
Okay.
This has. And we use this water, basically we don't transport this water from here to our home. We use this water here. For example, our clothes are washed here. We have our summertime, we have our bathing here. And our cattle which comes to graze here, they drink water here. So for these purposes, this water tank is used. And then this water, we take out water by pumping. But the pump, there is no, this is a direct, what is known as BLDC motor, directly from solar. It is not, it doesn't have a AC pump, it doesn't have an inverter. So there's no inverter, battery and all this jhanjat is not there. Directly when the sun is there, we can pull out water. So, but whenever we want water, sun may not be there. So what we do is we have a small tank there. So we pump up water into that and use that water by gravity whenever we want.
Whenever you want.
Yeah, whenever there is sun, we pump up water.
So the whole structure is made for only for the water collection.
Water collection, and also this is when we started this, there was no place to in this whole field. There was no place where there was some shade and sit and things like that. So we made this part of that. And now when the students come, school children come, we have their activities here, outdoor activities.
So it is just now it is like a open auditorium.
Yeah, sort of. This is our fence. We have different plants along the hedge. Here you can see the bamboo. It grows very dense. We have not cut this, but one can harvest this. All through you can see there is bamboo along this line. All the way. There are about 30 bamboo we have planted at various places along the hedge. This is, and the beauty of this bamboo hedge is it supports lifestyle, like living forms. Like for example, this is an ideal place for the slender loris to live. So daytime they normally go into the clump and live there. Night time they come out. They are completely arboreal. It's very difficult to spot them in the daytime, but they live here. This is about 5-acre patch. When we bought this land in 2007, there wasn't any tree at all. This was, I mean, they were using it for growing ragi and hurli, things like horse gram, things like that. We have taken this up for extensively planting forest trees.
Forest trees.
Forest trees, essentially forest trees.
Okay.
I'll show you a few of, we have more than 100 varieties of forest trees. I'll show a few of them. For example, this is what we call as mandara.
Mandara.
Mandara in Kannada.
In Kannada.
This is Bahunia racemosa, I think.
Basavanpada, right?
Basavanpada, but in Basavanpada is in general Bahunia. In particular, this is Bahunia racemosa, Mandara. It has yellow flowers.
Okay.
Basavanpada has, it's a very large family. And this, here there are a couple of trees which are not very common.
Okay.
This is, even there is a flower right now. This is called Holarena pibiscens. Holarena pibiscens. Kodasiga in Kannada. It's important forest species. This is something which is unique. It's not very common at all. Means I have not seen this tree very often. This is called in botanically Dolichondron falcata.
Okay.
Cattle love this tree. It's one of a very nice tree, very useful tree. And here in this 5-acre patch, basically we are trying to, the idea is that this place must be a repository of seeds of forest trees, particularly those which grow in dry land conditions. All these trees you see here, they have all been more or less planted since 2007, and never have we given a spoon of manure or any fertilizers is banned anyway. There is no there is no chemical fertilizers. No manuring has been brought from outside and put, and never have they been watered.
Watered.
Yeah, there is no water.
So it is
all completely rain fed.
Rain fed.
Completely rain fed, 100%.
Okay.
And what we have done is we have made bunds. As you can see, these are the bunds.
Yes.
It's basically a rectangular patch. We have broken this up into some 9-10 patches, and along the bunds we have planted this Gliricidia. Gliricidia is probably world's greatest biomass generator. These were all planted in 2007, and every year 2 to 3 times we cut them and mulch them. So you can see under the tree, the mulch, each tree has this much mulch. And as the days progress, we keep cutting this more and more of this Gliricidia. I mean, this is great biomass generator, means it doesn't require, we have not watered them and we have not taken care in the usual sense, but we get a lot of biomass. We cut them and mulch the sticks and leaves. Good nitrogen fixing plant.
So what are the works you are doing here? I mean, in terms of mulching?
Yeah, essentially, you see, our idea is that we must have as much microbial growth as possible on each patch.
Okay.
So different patches, we are trying different experiments. We also have cattle, so we need fodder for cattle also.
Okay.
So we have to consider that. So it's not that everything is just left wild and things like that. So we generate fodder for our cow and buffalo and their calves.
Okay.
So I'll show you this.
You put the dungs of your cattle to here?
Yes, cow dung is composted and the manure is put mostly not for these trees, but there is one patch where we do agriculture.
Oh.
That is where it goes, and where we grow vegetables, that's where the manure goes.
That vegetables too, I mean for your
for home
yourself.
consumption. Home consumption.
Okay.
This particular thing is called Stylosanthesis hemata. You can see the flowers here.
Yeah.
Stylosanthesis hemata. This is a great plant. It's a legume. It's cut and carry, meaning you can cut this at the end of say November and store them like any other hay.
Okay.
So the cattle loves to eat this. Even in summer, means we need to generate hay for cattle, fodder for cattle. So normally what dry land agriculture is, you grow some ragi, jola, whatever, and keep the hay for summer. But for that every year we have to plow and we have to cut and harvest and all. Whereas for this hemata, there is no plowing, no cutting, nothing, means no care. I don't even disperse the seeds. The seed, it's self-seeding on its own every year. So
Okay.
first year I dispersed a few seeds on the bunds, and now very large portion of my land, of our land, this Stylosanthesis hemata has taken over.
Taken over.
Yeah. So it's very useful. The cows love to eat them. We have started about 18 years ago. So for last 5-6 years we have been having second generation saplings, which means those which we planted first have given seeds, and their children are next generation plants are coming. Like many, Gliricidia of course came within 6 years, Simaruba, this red sanders, Jali, that is the Acacia nilotica, neem. So many of these have come second generation. We don't prune them, we don't cut all of them, but many times when the cattle comes, it grazes and it's over. So it's not that all the plants which come in this land again are germinating, and all the plants which are germinated will grow into big.
Will grow into big.
It is not, that's not the case, but doesn't mean that we cut off everything.
Okay.
I mean, for example, neem you can see. See all through the bund, you can see in all the bunds you will see plenty of neems.
Yes.
Not a single one have I planted this. There are about 400 neem on this patch right now. I haven't planted a single one. I have not even brought any seeds, which means basically these have come from birds. The seed dispersal happened from birds. But then people have asked me, how come they all nicely happening on the bund?
Bunds.
That's not true. It comes everywhere. But the other places we don't let the neem grow because it will start obstructing our other trees. So that's how it's not that we allow all the trees to grow everywhere. Like, you make a compromise. Some places they are allowed, some places they are not allowed.
So here I want to ask one thing. What is the motivation behind to grow forest trees only? Is there any, I mean,
Firstly, one thing is it's easier.
okay.
Secondly, traditionally, you see, this place has been a grassland. I understand that this is not a tree-heavy kind of area. So it was grassland, but so much intervention from human beings. Like the whole grassland is converted to agricultural land. So everywhere you can see we are growing millets. Various things which they grow in Tumkur area. There's a lot of intervention, human intervention. Previously, even though these were grasslands, even though cultivation used to happen, there used to be trees which were left on the bunds. But these days, where we are, hyper about our profits and utility and things like that, nobody leaves spaces for bunds. Everywhere it is aracanut, everywhere it is coconut, everywhere it is mango. So the problem for lot of these forest trees which otherwise would have been on the bunds.
Yes.
So we thought, this whole place is like a bund for this whole place, means all around.
With all around.
We tried growing all sorts of forest trees. And our idea initially was that we'll try to grow what grows easily without much intervention from us, without water. So this is the hemata I told you. See, it's all come up in this first rains. So it's a great cattle feed. Hay, fodder.
Here I am seeing some bananas, some fruits and all. This is
patch,
cultivated?
This patch. So once we took up forest trees along the bund, along the boundary. And once we felt that, forest trees, these trees will grow without much of water, without much of human intervention. For last 4 or 5 years, I've been experimenting on fruit trees, horticulture trees.
Okay.
So you can even see banana gone also is there, banana fruit is there on this tree.
Bunch.
None of these trees have been watered, including banana.
Including banana.
These have not been watered, but they have been planted in a special place. In the trench we have planted.
Okay.
The idea is to grow whatever one can grow under rain-fed conditions. You can see banana also has come. Of course, it's true that banana yield is not very high. You can see the banana individual fruits are not as big as what you would get in market. It's not that they are laden with fruits and it's very heavy and things like that. But that's okay. My input for this is zero. Apart from having planted the bulb in the 2 years ago, I have not done anything. So banana is there, this apple bore, ziziphus is there, there is jamun, there are mango trees there is sitafal, there is sapota, there is guava, Singapore cherry, dragon fruit.
For this patch only?
All this in 2 patches.
2 patches?
2 patches for fruits.
Okay.
The central patches. All around is forest trees. That's how we have planned.
So these all for your consumption.
Correct. All this is for home consumption. We
Okay.
have not done anything commercial here. So it's not that I sell things.
Mhm.
Of course, if I have excess, I share it with my friends or
Okay.
relatives and other people who come to help me in the land to work,
Mhm.
land work. I share with them.
So super. What are the other products? I mean, forestry products you will get in it.
Now, for example, you see, this is the plant tree which I have not planted at all.
Okay.
This has come on its own. In fact, it took some time for me to recognize what this is. This is called Strabylus asper,
Oh.
sandpaper tree. Just touch this leaf and see it has sandpaper
Yeah.
kind of thing. It's Strabylus asper. There are many forest trees here which I have not planted. For example, albizia is there, different albizia, samara is there, albizia odoratissima is there, the strabylus is there. Many of these are used in as minor forest product. For example, dant manjan, that is for tooth powder, they use the bark of odoratissima, or jali, that niloctica is also used. Babul, that's babul. So you know famous babul toothpaste. So there are minor like even neem, for example. Neem gives so much seeds. Neem oil is available in the market. So
Yeah.
if one wants, one can make use of these as forest product. I have not done that much. Very little. Whoever personally come, I mean, I not commercialize this, but if somebody comes and asks me personally, they need some of these leaves or some bark or some seeds, I am happy to share with them.
So super. So here I can see
The-
termite. So no.
Yeah, termite mound.
Yeah. Is there any significance you are keeping it?
Yeah. Termites are termite mounds. We encourage termite mounds all over here. Encourage means we don't destroy them. We don't do anything. We don't bring termites from outside. But this place has a lot of termites. Termites typically in this dryland area, termites do the job of earthworm. That means, you see, typically you must have heard of earthworms being very farmer friendly. That's
Yes.
because if there's moisture, what they do is they bring out soil, nutrients, etc. from underneath and put it up. That is what they do. But in a dry place like this, where earthworms cannot survive, it's the termites which does the same job. For example, you can see this much soil which has come up. You can see this termite mound. So that means this soil, where did it come from? It came from under the ground.
It
So
is
that
almost
means-
5 feet now.
Correct. We have plenty of this all over. No, the point I'm trying to tell is this soil has come from underground,
Okay.
which means there is that much hollow space underneath.
Oh.
That hollow space is important for my trees to grow, because trees need to breathe, right?
Yes.
So how do they get air? How do they get oxygen or carbon dioxide, whatever they want? So basically, its place, the soil's place underground, now there will be a hole there underground.
Yes.
So through those holes is where my trees' roots will grow.
Yeah.
And those holes act in two different ways. One is it makes sure that the water goes in, rainwater percolates easily. Secondly, for breathing of trees, oxygen and air is more easily available underground.
That is the main reason that most of the people say that you will get the water underneath.
This requires moisture. Not that it doesn't require moisture at all. It doesn't require as much as earthworm requires. But it requires moisture. So normally they build their mounds where there is some moisture already.
Okay.
And groundwater. But these days I don't know how far it is true. For example, here in this area, groundwater is at a depth of about 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet.
1,000 feet.
Okay.
So I don't know whether they really go to 1,000 feet depth and figure out the moisture content, or maybe there is some minor moisture content at 100 feet, or I don't know. This may go up to about 15 feet is what I think I have read. So I don't know about water availability because of termite, but yeah, traditionally termite mound means availability
of water.
Yeah, but that was when groundwater itself was quite high.
Yeah.
The water table was high.
Yeah.
These days we have changed it so much, I really don't know.